So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and apply the color map to this one. Actually, let's try this. Since the glass and the label are two different materials, I'm actually gonna use two different shaders for this. So the shader that I just applied to the bottle, I'm just gonna let that be the glass. And then I'm gonna apply another shader just to the faces where the label's gonna be, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and just grab these faces, and I'm gonna go to Control right shift or right click, row selection, row, and hit G a couple times. And so that's gonna be the selection of faces that I want right here. And so with those selected, I'm gonna go to Pixar Surface, apply it again. So that's gonna be label Pixar, okay? So now we have two different materials applied to one object. So with bottle Pixar, I'm gonna go ahead and label it, or just make it black. I'm gonna go down to glass, and we're gonna bring up refraction gain, reflection gain for both of these. And then for the label, let's go ahead and do color. I'm going to go to Pixar texture, and then go and apply the label that we made, so, which was, yes, this one. Okay. Yeah, so that actually had an interior object as well for the liquid, which this was just duplicating the bottle and just shrinking it in a little bit, and then capping it off on top, since obviously, remember the bottle, the liquid should probably not go all the way to the top. It's gonna be a little bit bigger airspace in there. All right, let's go ahead and render this, see what it looks like.
Sorry, so for the liquid, you said you made a copy of the bottle, shrunk it down, and just like.
Cut off the top and then filled that hole.
Okay.
And then I think I applied like a previously, I mean, since this is the previous project, whatever shaders on there still applied. I think it was just like a Pixar Surface that was green, had a little bit of glass in there, just to make it a little translucent.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. I can go back and redo it.
It's okay.
Well, I want to go back and just kind of show you my approach to it, so. All right. Bob, update. Any questions at this point?
How did you get that background, the blue background?
That was just a plane that I put a surface on. So it's just modeled to look like an infinity table. So you know what those are?
Well, I can see how,
Yeah.
in terms of your.
Yeah, it's just basically just made to look like an infinite surface. So we have something like this actually in the photo studio. We actually, it's in one of the corners. It's like a matte white painted corner that's just like a gentle curve that goes up from the wall to the floor. It's really cool. It's kind of a weird, trippy space to like walk into if you're not sure where stuff is. Yeah. So. And then, as like a slight antidote to that, if you go down to the MFAH, there is like the tunnel between the two buildings is like an infinite space. Like the way they built it is like a little walkway, but then the way they painted and like shaped the rest of the tunnel, like it feels like you're in this immense space with like this tiny little bridge. It's really weird. Museum of Fine Arts in Houston. Yeah. It's probably like my favorite part of the entire building. It's really cool.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, I mean that's looking pretty good. And we got the label right here on the other side. So, yeah, I like it. The glass is pretty easy. I mean, we're just basically just turning on reflection gain and refraction gain. I turned it black so that it has a little bit easier time. We can also go into the face color for primary specularity. You kind of may have to mess around with that a little bit, just to get a little bit more of that shine. Play with the roughness a little bit if we want it to kind of maybe look a little bit more plasticky, if you wanted it to be, or maybe a little bit crisper on the shine itself, so it's a little bit more mirror-like. Okay. For the droplets, don't forget about those. The condensation droplets, those will be just like spheres that you can just kind of just stick onto the surface and make them kind of translucent and look nice and crisp. All right. For the interior, for the bottle liquid, that was just another Pixar surface. Honestly, with something like this, I'm gonna leave it green. What did I do for it? Okay, so for this one, what I did was I actually gave it a little bit of a subsurface quality, so that when the light hit it, it actually would transmit just a little bit through the liquid itself. So like if I go flip around to the back side, you can see just some of the light just coming through, just so it looks like it has a little bit of like a liquid quality. So that's going to be right here with the gain, just turning that up about halfway under subsurface. I gave it a bit of a color. And you have this mean free tap color, which is going to be kind of like this color right here, where the light's kind of hitting it from or coming here from the other side. Maybe you could change that to something else. It's a little bit of a blue.
I think that you just got the original bottle, shrunk it down and just.
Cut off the top and filled in the hole on top.
Yeah. And you didn't like attach it to the original bottle, you just kind of.
No, it's just sitting inside.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it shows a little bit of subsurface in that. What else? Glass is turned on, so we have that on here. Otherwise, it's gonna look kind of flat. Which, if you wanted something like a milkier type of liquid, I mean, that would work pretty well. Kind of whatever you want. And they gave the refraction color green, so that it would actually show a little bit more. But if you did red, you'd see like it comes through a little bit more iridescent, which is kind of neat. And then if you really want this to be weird, do like a glow. Just like a nuclear radioactive drink.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
So weird.